Now we are going to understand the SI units associated with the 7 fundamental or basic units. So as you know, there are 7 fundamental quantities. So the first is mass. So mass SI unit is, as you know, it is kg. Length is measured in meter. Time is seconds. Electric current ampere. Temperature is measured in Kelvin. Symbol is SI unit is K, Kelvin. Amount of substance, mole, M-O-L, mole. Luminous intensity, it is C-B. Now this is a new term called candela, CD. So the 7 basic units are: mass is SI unit is kg, length is measured in meter, time is measured in second, electric current in ampere, temperature in Kelvin, amount of substance mole, and luminous intensity candela. Now knowing this basic and fundamental units, we are going to enter into an entirely new thing called dimensional analysis. Now dimensional analysis, it is simply a mathematical tool to understand the concepts of physics. Like, to understand mathematics, we take the help of coordinate geometry, trigonometry, etc., algebra, logarithm, binomial theorem, permutation combination, to understand the various concepts of mathematics. Similarly, to study physics, we take the help of one of the tool called dimensional analysis. So dimensional analysis is simply a technique or a tool. So let us see what is dimensional analysis. Now you have to start from the basic or the fundamental quantities. As you know, there are 7 fundamental quantities, and using these fundamental quantities we get some derived quantities. Now each of these 7 fundamental quantities, when we write in terms of dimensions, we write like this. First is mass. So dimension of mass equal to. So when we write the dimension of these 7 fundamental quantities, we are writing the dimension of mass. So the rule is you have to use capital letter. Mass means M, but here you have to write M. And you are writing the dimension of mass, so you have to use a closed bracket like this. So this thing is dimension. This is dimension of mass. Similarly, if you write dimension of length, so mass is done, then we write length. Again you have to use capital letter L. So this is the dimension of length. Similarly, time, dimension of time, it is T, and dimension of time is written like this. Then electric current, dimension of electric current, current is A. Amount of substance, dimension of amount of substance, it is mole. So M OL. And last is dimension of luminous intensity. Is candela CD. So these are the seven units, SI units, associated with 7 fundamental quantities. And when we express these 7 fundamental quantities in terms of dimension, we call this as dimension because we are studying dimensional analysis. So we write it like this. So remember, you cannot use small letters for mass, length and time and here. And you always have to use this brackets. This is the way or the rule which we must follow to study dimensional analysis. Now in the next part, we will understand how this dimensional analysis is useful to study some different concepts of physics. And I request you to just note it down and memorize this technique of writing the dimensional analysis.